good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're calling from. We have Anton here from Aurora doing a workshop on Guide to Aurora EVM for Builders. If you have any questions, they can go into the Zoom chat and Anton will be more than happy to answer them throughout the presentation. And with that being said, I will hand off the mic to our speaker.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. Anna, thank you for the intro. Yes, my name is Anton. I work at Aurora. I am overseeing all the integrations that are happening with the chain and ensuring that kind of it all goes towards builders having as bespoke and athletic experience as possible while building on Aurora. Now, it won't be kind of like too technical deep under the hood presentation. Instead, because with all the EVM scaling solutions on the market, first of all, what we're here for is to help scale Ethereum ecosystem. And therefore, we also firm believers that the future is multi-chain. And this presentation is in the first place for me to kind of raise awareness of how Aurora is different, why you should be interested in it, and so on. So, first of all, I think it would be nice to start with just some overview of what the Aurora community achieved so far. So we were at 2.5 bill TVL before the market crash. We were at 2.5 million transactions per week. More than 150 applications launched on Aurora within the 9 months from the launch. We have EtherScan, we haven't Infura in beta yet, but still, like, you can get your RPC from Infura, which will be updated soon. We have MetaMask Institutional, we have Graph, Covalent, Gnosis, Ethereum. Basically, a lot of the ecosystem projects and infrastructure projects that you would expect to have an EVM compatible chain are already here. Bastion and Argai may be into lending protocol, native lending protocols on Aurora, and that was zero bad debt with the market crash, which is not that often. We also had Moonflower Farmers thing happening that back in the day, with Sunflower Farmers took down some of the networks. They did not break Aurora when it was on Aurora. We also working more and more on the native near Aurora interoperations. And as a result, we already have Refinance that already have swaps on Aurora through Treasuries. We have Aurora Bots biomarking collection that we launched together with our Aurora Plus product that I will mention in a bit as well, as one of the most desired and popular collection on Aurora and new. And we have more than 10 projects on Aurora ecosystem that already closed their funding rounds. Now, let's get to what Aurora is and how Aurora works, which is the most interesting part for you, I would mention. So, first of all, Aurora is an EVM compatibility layer on top of Near. Aurora is built as a smart contract. So it's a regular Near smart contract that has an EVM inside. Aurora RPC, our Web3 compatible RPC that works as you would expect from Ethereum. And it's basically a wrapped Near RPC. So as a result, what you get is just like you can utilize all the power and features of Near with Ethereum interface, which we find is pretty cool. And it was back in the day, it was an idea to try it out, and no one thought that you can actually put an EVM inside of a smart contract, and that would not only work but also perform very well. But that's what happened, and together with that, we get from Near, we get the 1 second block time, around 1 second, it's usually a bit more, but around 1 second block time, 2 blocks finality time, and also one of the things that we have been working on in the past 9 months was optimizing the gas usage, because as a result of having a block time as 1 second, we get that it's the computation time basically. So it also defines the maximum amount of computation that can happen, and therefore it's not like on Ethereum it's 14 seconds and on Near and on Aurora it's 1 second. So we also had to work a lot on optimizing on how much computation can happen, and we actually got to very good results with that. And at this stage we still do see sometimes the maximum guess error, but it's quite rare, and in almost all the cases it can be optimized for. So yeah, as a result, we have the 1 second block time basically without any compromises. We also have all the Ethereum ecosystem tools available on Aurora, which would be like MetaMask, Truffle, Hardhead, Remix, etc. And basically anything that is EVM compatible can be easily and quickly integrated with Aurora. Important, like a very interesting thing and important in our opinion, I think that the base token on Aurora is actually Ethereum. And I will talk a bit more in detail about how it works later in the presentation. But the belief here is that scaling Ethereum ecosystem, you don't want to introduce any extra thing that would not work as you would expect on Ethereum, because like it's all originated. Of course, like now it's a lot of projects just start like building and on Aurora natively, etc. But like the overall idea was, I believe, was anyone who is working on similar kind of solutions is to scale Ethereum ecosystem, and therefore, in our opinion, the closer you get to the experience, the better. And basically, as a result, you can just add an extra RPC endpoint where to deploy your contract. You can deploy away, and it would just work as you would expect it on Ethereum. Yeah, we also are working on. We have a very strong product lab within Aurora, and we are working on with a very strong focus on UX. And we are working on launching, or we already launched a few of the product, apart from Aurora being an infrastructure itself. But we're also working on the next ones. But the two ones that are already live are Aurora Plus, which is a staking platform that is meant to become a wallet in the future. And I will also talk about it a little bit after that. And we also have the Rainbow Bridge, which is a very cool bridge, and it's all the time complemented as a bridge with the best user experience. Now, a bit more about the bridge. It's a trustless permissionless generic bridge with Ethereum. FTX was not hacked. We have a fork and bug bounty program live that we already did the second largest bug bounty payout in history. And we also have the system that automatically resists attacks, and already it's already worked twice on attacks and prevented theft. So, and Aurora Plus, you can see that you can stake Aurora and you can get rewards, and the rewards you get are not only Aurora tokens, but it's also the tokens you from the ecosystem projects. The idea, like one of the key ideas behind Aurora Plus, is to bring the Web2 familiarity and like remove the Web3 hurdles from users who just start interacting with blockchain. And we do that by having the freemium model with subscriptions. So every user that signs up for Aurora Plus has 50 free transactions per month. They will be able to, in the future, to have subscription plans to have more transactions per month, and just to like basically pay with a credit card and don't ever think about the gas fees. However small they are still mean that you need, like, if you have gas fees, you still need to have Ethereum on your wallet, etc., etc. And this is just simply not a familiar concept for the Web2 users. And it will also allow third parties to pay for the user transactions. Now, okay. So back to ETH as a base token. How it works. So user signs a transaction, for instance, with MetaMask, and it's an Ethereum transaction. Then the RPC wraps the transaction into a new transaction, then wraps the transaction, unwraps it, commits the transaction on new, and yeah, that's what happens. And the result, you have, yeah. I'm not sure what I wanted to tell more about. This is very self-explanatory. Yes, so we also have a community grants program that altogether we have a lot of things to kind of enable projects on Aurora, projects from ecosystem, new projects that are building, projects that are existing and that want to expand to Aurora. So we have various ways of support. We help and we work with various marketing efforts. We have a grants program, which is of course very. We also like move for that program to become not just grants program, but the community grants program. That's what this slide is about. You can inspect it thoroughly if you want, but the idea is to first of all enable the project that want to build on Aurora to build, and for the community to also to see it as transparent as possible. And yeah, so we also do for projects, our grants team analyzes projects. We can do interest to VCs that would be a good match for the project, and so on. Now, this is mostly what I wanted to cover. I hope to get more questions, and in the meantime, I will, yeah.
All right, yeah, like Anton said, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask them now. And you can come off mute if that's easier for you.
In Euro, yes. So within Euro, basically, let me tell you a little bit about what we were working recently, and I feel like I know what that question is about. So we were for the past also kind of 6 to 8 months, we've been working on the new infrastructure that we will talk more about at the NearCon, and also I invite everyone to join NearCon that starts on Sunday, and I will type the URL in the chat, and we'll get back to the Ethereum question. So yes, we will have more announcement, and we will talk more about various stuff at NearCon. Ethereum won't yet be a part of that announcement because we're still in beta with Ethereum. And the reason for that we have our own infrastructure developed recently that is not yet public. At the same time, we are finishing up with the public RPC kind of node package that, as we had previously, we will have an updated one now, and Ethereum will use that. Once they switch to that one, yeah, the beta will kind of be in the latest stages more. And you will be able to request good third-party nodes from there. But in the meantime, yes, but I would still recommend using our public infrastructure for now in the first place, because it's not overloaded. It's not like it's a very, very optimized one. We are releasing a few important upgrades to it tomorrow. But yeah, you can use them too, but not yet, like at your own risk for now.
All right, just gonna wait a couple more seconds for any other questions to roll in.
It will be available as a video, and I will also prepare a few more links that I want to share about to the grants program, to more in-depth documentation, and to more things about like we have good videos explaining how Aurora works and some other specifics. About multi-call, I need to check with the tech team more in detail. I think it's coming, but I can't tell you straight away.
Awesome. Well, I guess we can just end things there then. Yeah, Anton, thank you so much for taking the time to do this workshop for the ETHOnline hackers. And thank you to all of you who joined in to listen to Anton speak and learn more about Aurora. Yeah, like Anton said, this recording will be available on YouTube for reference after, so feel free to go back at any time. And also the Aurora team is available for support throughout the hackathon in the sponsor Aurora Discord channel in the ETHOnline Discord. Yeah, and with that being said, once again, thank you all, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, everyone. Very excited to see what you will build on Aurora, and yes, have a lovely hack.
Bye, everyone.